Anti-dumping duties. Essentials that you need to know. Welcome back to India Business Insights. In today's video, we are diving deep into the world of international trade, focusing on anti-dumping duties, recent trends in India, and the ongoing challenges and the country's compliance with WTO rules. Let us explore how these elements shape global trade and impact economies around the world. Number 1. What are anti-dumping duties? Anti-dumping duties are tariffs imposed by governments to protect domestic industries from unfair competition caused by foreign companies selling products at prices below their normal market value. This practice, known as dumping, can undermine local businesses and distort market conditions. So, what exactly are anti-dumping duties and why are they so important? In the recent years, particularly with the rise of China, there has been a significant rise of predatory pricing on a lot of products. For example, currently steel manufacturers with a massive surplus capacity are bringing down the steel prices all over the world. Definition and purpose. Anti-dumping duties are designed to counteract the negative effects of dumping. Dumping occurs when a company exports goods at a price lower than their home market value, often due to subsidies or other unfair advantages. This can lead to substantial harm for local industries by undercutting their prices and driving them out of business. Key objectives: protect domestic industries. By imposing additional tariffs on dumped products, governments aim to level the playing field for local producers. Prevent market disruption. Ensuring fair competition helps maintain a stable market environment. Encourage fair trade practices. Anti-dumping duties serve as a deterrent against unfair pricing strategies by foreign competitors. Number 2. Legal framework and authorities in India. In India, anti-dumping duties are governed by specific legislation and overseen by dedicated authorities. Let's break down the legal framework and the role of the key institutions. Legislation. Customs Tariff Act 1975. This act provides the legal basis of imposing anti-dumping duties in India. It outlines the procedure for investigating and addressing dumping practices. Anti-dumping duty rules 1995. These rules detail the methodology for calculating dumping margins and the process for imposing duties. Key authority: Directorate General of Trade Remedies, DGTR. The DGTR is responsible for investigating claims of dumping, conducting detailed inquiries, and recommending appropriate measures. They play a crucial role in ensuring that anti-dumping duties are implemented based on thorough and fair investigation. Number 3. Investigation process. The process of imposing anti-dumping duties involves several critical steps. Here is a closer look at how investigations are conducted and how decisions are made. Number 1. Petition. Domestic industries or producers can file a petition with the DGTR if they believe that dumped imports are causing harm to their business. This petition must include evidence that dumping is occurring and that is causing material injury to the domestic industry. Number 2. Investigation. Once a petition is filed, the DGTR initiates a comprehensive investigation. This involves examining the pricing practices of foreign producers and assessing the impact on the domestic market. The investigation includes data collection, analysis of pricing practices, and evaluation of market conditions. Number 3. Preliminary findings. Based on the investigation, the DGTR may issue preliminary findings. These findings can lead to the imposition of provisional anti-dumping duties to provide temporary relief while the investigation continues. Number 4. Final findings. After further investigation and analysis, The DGTR issues final findings. These findings are submitted to the Ministry of Finance with recommendations for the imposition of definitive anti-dumping duties. Number 5. Imposition. The Ministry of Finance makes the final decision on whether to impose anti-dumping duties, and if so, at what rate. The decision is communicated through official notifications and is implemented to protect the domestic industry from unfair trade practices. Number 4. Recent trends and cases in India. India has been actively implementing and reviewing anti-dumping measures to protect its domestic industries. Let's explore some recent developments and key cases. Number 1. Aluminium foil from China. In a recent move, the DGTR proposed provisional anti-dumping duties on aluminium foil imports from China. The proposed rates range from $653 to $873 per metric ton, depending on the specific Chinese producer. This recommendation follows a complaint by Indian domestic producers, particularly Hindalco, who argued that Chinese imports were being sold at dumped prices, negatively impacting the Indian market. Number 2. Isobutylene isoprene rubber IIR. India has imposed anti-dumping duties on imports of isobutylene isoprene rubber from several countries, including China, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, and the United States. These measures aims to protect the domestic rubber industry from unfair pricing practices. Number 3. Aluminium road wheels. The continuation of anti-dumping duties on cast aluminium alloy wheels from China has been confirmed. This decision addresses ongoing concerns that dumped imports continue to harm the domestic industry. Number 4. Telescopic channel dryer sliders. Interim anti-dumping duties have been imposed on telescopic channel dryer sliders from China. These duties cover several HS codes and are intended to counteract the negative effects of dumped imports. Number 5. Other investigations. India is also investigating unfair discounting practices for various products, including plastic processing machines from China and Taiwan, azo pigment from China, vitamin A palmitate from China, the EU and Switzerland, and Critilacor from China. Steel imports and trade deficit. In FY24, India witnessed a 38% increase in finished steel imports, totaling 8.3 million tons. This shift turned India from a net exporter to a net importer, resulting in a trade deficit of 1.1 million tons. ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel and JSW Steel have initiated an anti-dumping probe into hot-rolled coils (HRC) imports from Vietnam. Despite a significant increase in Vietnamese steel exports to India, Vietnam represents only 20% of the total imports, with China dominating the market. Global market dynamics. The downturn in China's real estate sector has led to a surge in steel exports, intensifying competition. Additionally, Japan's currency depreciation has made its steel more competitively priced, adding further pressure. India's steel exports grew by 11.5% to 7.5 million tons in FY24, with Europe emerging as the largest market. Meanwhile, Malaysia is investigating potential dumping of Indian steel, which could impact trade dynamics further. Number 5. WTO Agreement on Anti-Dumping. The World Trade Organization (WTO) plays a crucial role in regulating anti-dumping practices globally. Let's delve into the WTO Agreement on Anti-Dumping and its implications. Number 1. Purpose and Framework. The WTO Agreement on Anti-Dumping disciplines the actions of governments in response to dumping practices. It is part of the WTO's General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade (GATT) 1994 and outlines the procedures and criteria for imposing anti-dumping duties. Number 2. Key requirements. Dumping definition. Dumping occurs when goods are sold at a price lower than their normal value in the exporting country's market. Normal value. This is determined based on the price in the exporter's domestic market, or alternatively the price charged in another country, or a calculation based on production costs and profit margins. Injury determination. To impose anti-dumping duties, it must be demonstrated that dumped imports are causing material injury to the domestic industry. Number 3. Procedure. The WTO agreement requires countries to follow specific procedures when imposing anti-dumping duties. These include conducting thorough investigations, providing evidence of dumping and injury, and ensuring transparency in the decision-making process. Number 6. Comparison of anti-dumping laws. India, United States and European Union. Let's compare how India, the United States and the European Union approach anti-dumping laws, highlighting their differences and similarities. Number 1. Legal framework. India, governed by the Customs Tariffs Act 1975 and the Anti-Dumping Rules 1995, the DGTR conducts investigations and recommends duties. United States, administered by the Department of Commerce (DOC) and the International Trade Commission (ITC). The US employs a weighted average method for calculating dumping margins, often resulting in higher duties. European Union. Recent reforms have introduced new methodologies and a lesser duty rule, which imposes the lowest possible duty necessary to remedy injury to the domestic industry. The EU now allows for alternative methodologies if significant distortions are present. Number 2. Investigation process. In India, the investigations are initiated based on petitions from domestic industries or on the DGTR's own initiative. The process involves preliminary and final findings, whereas United States include a preliminary determination by the DOC followed by a final determination by the ITC. The US system is known for its speed and sometimes controversial decisions. The EU's investigation process is similar but allows more flexibility in methodologies, which can lead to quicker resolutions in case of market distortions. Number 3. Recent trends and usage. India has been increasingly active in using anti-dumping measures across various sectors. The country has been involved in several WTO disputes regarding its anti-dumping practices. United States has seen a rise in anti-dumping cases, particularly against imports from China. The DOC's decisions can result in high duties, which some argue are more protectionist than purely corrective. European Union. The EU has ramped up its use of anti-dumping measures, particularly against Chinese exports. Recent legislative changes reflect a more assertive stance in trade defense. Number 7. China's compliance with WTO rules. China's participation in the WTO has been marked by both engagement and challenges. Let's explore China's compliance with WTO rules and the global implications. Number 1. State-led economy. China's state-led economic model includes significant government intervention, which can lead to market distortions. Despite being a WTO member, China maintains substantial control over key sectors, influencing global trade dynamics. Number 2. Compliance issues. China has faced criticism for inadequate transparency and failure to eliminate market-distorting subsidies. Reports from the US Trade Representative (USTR) highlight issues such as forced technology transfers, intellectual property theft, and state subsidies that create unfair competitive advantages for Chinese companies. Number 3. Dispute resolution. The WTO dispute settlement mechanism has struggled to address these compliance issues effectively. As a result, many countries have sought alternative measures to address unfair trade practices, leading to ongoing tensions and trade disputes. Number 4. Global impact. China's trade practices have a significant impact on global markets. As the world's second largest economy, its policies and practices influence trade dynamics, pricing, and competition across various industries. The ongoing challenges with China's compliance continue to shape global trade policies and relationships. Number 8. Conclusion. So, we can now say that anti-dumping duties are essential tools in global trade policy, designed to protect domestic industries from unfair competition. India's active approach in implementing these measures reflects its commitment to fair trade practices. Recent trends show a complex trade environment influenced by various factors, including China's state-led economic model and its compliance with WTO rules. Understanding these dynamics is crucial for navigating the global market and ensuring fair competition. As international trade continues to evolve, staying informed about anti-dumping practices and global trade policies will be key to success in the ever-changing world of commerce. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more updates on international trade and global economics. See you in the next video.